Hello, everyone, and welcome back. Technically, technically, we are playing some pool. I'm here with Alex Ross, Mac and Ross are going to be playing pool.
Macaroni Ross.
We're in the beauty of Alex's basement.
Yep.
The man cave.
The burn curve.
His dad's a huge memorabilia collector. We're going to play some pool. Well, the video we did before this, way too quick.
Jesus.
The audio didn't turn out.
Video, right?
Yeah. So if the audio on this goes out and I end up having to bring it up some, I'm sorry for the background, but it's going to have to happen.
Yep.
This is attempt like number 3.
Yeah.
Getting this to work.
Yeah.
You're strapped,
We'll
right?
eventually get it right. Yeah, I'm strapped.
We got a lot that we talked about too, like League of Legends porn and
Yeah. We were talking about ghosts.
yeah, that's
right before we left.
Yep.
We had just really started on that. I believe the question that was posed was spirits that are continuous, that have an agenda of sorts, or do you believe that they will always live on, like, as a spirit on this plane?
like they'll never go away.
In a sense, yeah.
From a religious side, technically a spirit that doesn't go to heaven was rejected and goes to hell.
Yeah.
But you know, you never really know. No.
I gotta grab the charger.
Working day and night, whatever happens, do the dance.
No. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's questionable. I feel like, in my own personal opinion, that they stay around unless they aren't restless. If they haven't finished something, they stay around because the mind and the body tells you that if you haven't finished something, you need to finish it, right?
Right.
I feel like that's how
15 in that corner there.
that
Make
corner-
sure I'm not hitting this. See,
Everybody's just like, my ears!
Yeah, I just did what I tried not to do.
Which was to hit.
Let's hit the microphone, yeah.
Our video has stopped. What is this? Blasphemy.
You're gonna restart.
Oh, yeah, that works.
Ooh.
No, God, what happened?
What is this?
Welcome back, everybody. We had technical difficulties. I'm solid, right?
Yep,
Fuck you.
you covered that, but you know. Just don't hit me, because I'm sitting over here.
7 in the left corner.
Left corner?
Yep.
No.
Almost
That was a hair. That was a hair right there, dude.
Mm-hmm. Still hit it though. Maybe some barbecue chips.
Yeah. Barbecue chips are where it's at, bro. 12 in the corner. Okay. Back to the topic at hand.
Paranormal.
Paranormal.
We're never gonna
Let's do
get done
this
with these
again.
conversations.
No, we aren't. Ever. Okay, that worked.
Mm-hmm.
But now I didn't give myself shit, dude. 15 in the corner here. Maybe. Doubt it.
Be
But
careful.
eating.
Oh!
Alright, that'll work. Alright, 9 in the corner.
I feel like a pool shark now.
Right?
I'll get ballsy.
I'm not gonna try to. Oh, come on!
Mm-hmm.
Shut the fuck up, kid. Yes, so as you were saying about after you chew, yeah, have fun with that.
Go on.
Yeah, as you were saying about spirits.
As I was saying, you
Believe
were
in
asking
that.
questions.
I
believe I
I believe I can fly.
Woo! I believe that like I said, they stick around unless they finish everything that they wanted to.
But there's repeating spirits of sorts, you know, that just do the same things over and over and over again.
Yeah.
What about those? Like, do you really think that the repeating spirits are the spirits that really have no other purpose but to be here will go away? Or, you know, or do you think every spirit has some sort of reason that they're here?
From the perspective of
15
the actual human mind, considering we don't know what a mind would think like, a spirit itself would think like, outside of the same body. But I imagine that if a repeating spirit were to be around and keep doing its things over and over that it normally does, it's going to repeat that. I think that the mind after just stays as it is. It doesn't progress past what it's at. It just continuously does what it wants to do. What it needs to do, 5 left corner.
But you also, like, okay, it kind of, recently there was, some of my new favorite horror films are the Insidious films. Insidious and Insidious Chapter 2. They touch on astral projection. And within those astral planes are evil spirits of a realm, which in the movie is called the Further. And the longer you're away from your body, the weaker the link between your body and your projected body gets. The weaker the link is. So once they sense that, they start to go after your body so that they can come back into the real world. I'm not talking about possessions necessarily, but that's how it happened in the movie. But that makes me think is just because somebody died in a house doesn't mean that their body was buried at the house. Right? Their body is moved to, what, a cemetery?
A morgue.
Sometimes things aren't found. They're cremated. You know, there's a bunch of different ways.
It's whatever the body's attached to, though. If the body's attached
it's more of an attachment. But I'm wondering if when you die, your body is just astral projecting your spirit into this realm of consciousness that, to the human mind, we aren't open enough to perceive it. But if someone were to be conscious enough like that, like mediums can, in a sense, capture and contact certain entities. I don't think all mediums are obviously true to themselves or honest. You know, but I do believe that there are some out there that actually can do what they do.
Oh yeah, I have no doubt in my mind. Because I've met a lot. They had a convention not so long ago, up around here. Okay. They had a convention that was around here.
Oh, the
Spirit,
psychic
and spirit convention, or whatever it was. It was amazing. The people there were phenomenal. It was just really interesting to talk to. Some of them can just read you right off the bat. And they know certain things. And it's not like that general, you lost a loved one recently, haven't you?
Like, did you have, I'm sensing a B, a C, and F.
It started
F, right? Fred.
Is it Fred?
Fred?
No, it's Frank, but it starts
Frank.
with an F. Well, it took you, 20
Frank,
letter guesses.
Frank.
Right.
Frank was your uncle?
Your uncle?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. How did you...
Well, he says that he's been watching over you, and he wants you to be happy. Like, it's cold stuff. Readings like that.
It's a cold reading because
like Jon Stewart.
You can go based
like
off
how he used to do
that.
that.
You can go based off of someone's age. That's all it takes is some age. If someone's old enough to look like they've lost a relative, you can go off of it. If they look like they're in their mid-30s or 40s, that you can say an uncle or a sister or a brother. If they're in their youngers, like they're younger, like their teens or their 20s, you can say a grandfather or grandmother, and then they're on it. You'd open the window.
Yeah, we didn't do that.
Be careful.
It's unlocked. Just pull it out.
Okay. Anyways, almost been it. My turn.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, I know this convention though. Really cool people there. I had some really cool ideas, some cool things that they can do, and it's interesting to speak to them because they have these thoughts and these ideas over things like that. One in the right corner, and they project themselves to you in a way that you can feel their presence in a good way.
Yeah.
Like that, you get around somebody and you're like, I don't like this person. Real cold spine feel kind of thing.
Right.
7 right corner, and you get around them and it's just like you're like, you could be a family member and I'd be fine. You know. And I got to talk to one guy. He wrote some book. I don't remember his name. I don't remember his name for the life of me. 3 right corner here. But he was really cool. He grabbed me off. And oh Jesus, this shit just called down here. My aunt also had our dog there, or her dog there, named Sophie, and she's very. The dog is sensitive.
11 in the side there.
Sophie's very sensitive as it is.
Yeah.
Very sensitive animal. And yeah, so it's just really cool. Everybody loved having the dog there.
Oh, come on.
Everybody just loved having a dog there. It was interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wouldn't mind going again.
I've passed by it and seen, like, yeah, it's been there so many times. It's got to have been there at least 50 different times since that convention center opened near our house. Sorry, brother.
You're good.
But I'd never have gone. Just, I guess, almost in a way that, since it is a convention for psychics and you know,
feel like there's not
spirituality with that. I just feel that not necessarily it's going to be a bad place for me to be, but just the amount of people that are saying, hey, I can see these things or I can read these different things.
It makes you skeptical about how many people there can actually possess that skill.
In a sense, it's that, but at the same time, it's like, damn, I walk into a room and there's so many people that could know almost everything about me.
Walk into a room and they just immediately know about you.
Yeah.
That's the one thing, though, is most psychics, most respected psychics, they don't like feeding into other people's minds unless that person openly allows them. Most of the people that I spent to, like the guy that I was talking about that made the book, he said, unless somebody openly says, yes, it's fine for, check.
Yeah.
It's fine for you to go inside of my mind and to read me, then he'll do it. Yeah. But outside of that, he feels that it's invasion.
Yeah.
And it's wrong. And it is. It's invading someone's privacy. It's their mind. Their matter. It's what makes them them. And if you go inside of that, you're picking the spot you're not supposed to be for your next month. I can respect people for that when they like that. When they have that perspective.
Nice bounce.
Thank you. Yeah, the guy was really cool. I missed the
shot. Got cocky on that one.
I had 14 in the corner over there. You're gonna have to watch your butt here. Shuffle away.
Shuffle.
Every day I'm shuffling. 8 in that part in the corner here. He's gonna win, everybody. He's gonna win.
I don't know. Because I had the fucking pole on my butt.
That's hot.
Good, like,
8 pole butt. Left corner here. Right corner.
Ooh, that's a
shitty shot.
Yeah, you got the pole right in your leg, kid.
That's not GG. GG.
GG.
GG. Good. Today, Junior.
8 in the corner.
Yeah. Left corner.
Ah! He's trying to get it to ride the rail there, but
down here.
Alright.
Nope.
No. Other corner.
Oh, corner.
GG. GG. So that's 1-1.
Yeah. All right. Oh shit.
But I kind of want to get back into researching the paranormal, visiting sites, and doing our own kind of research with it, video, audio, EVPs,
Right.
All these different things. Take a FLIR camera kind of thing. Kind of see heat signatures, because that's a big thing now. Is
Heat signatures and EVPs.
yeah. I think heat signatures are actually something that
Those
have
are
really,
a little more accurate.
yeah, they've really extended the research aspect of
Of paranormal
paranormal.
I was gonna say activity, but
Yeah,
but they
That
kind of
movie.
ruined that. That fucking movie. I hate. All right, the worst. One of the worst. I mean, it's not like it's terribly done. The idea is there, but Paranormal Activity is just shit.
yeah. Wow.
Scratched on break. That's a loss.
Wow.
We'll
And
play,
it made two.
we'll play it like it's not,
God
but you
damn.
made a stripe and a solid. So bring Cubal out.
Yeah, it's open.
Paranormal Activity drives me up a wall. I cannot stand it because it's just so fake. And it's so
Yeah.
exaggerated.
And I never really got to see any of the Paranormal Activities in theaters.
Mhm.
And I'm a big believer in seeing horror films in the theater, just because they're made for that kind of atmosphere, right?
I like.
But when you go to see those kind of movies in a theater,
Yeah.
you're always gonna have those people who are always talking.
A lot of people that ruin it too.
Yeah.
Real bad.
But
Two in the-
speaking of FLIR cameras,
Left.
of like heat signatures and whatnot,
Yeah.
I do remember one of the first things that I saw for a use of heat signatures was in Ghost Hunters,
Yes.
right?
Ghost Hunters.
There was an episode that they did, and I believe they were in some sort of old brewery,
Probably.
and they were downstairs in the basement, I believe, and they were panning across these lockers, right? And all of a sudden this heat signature came up, and it kind of looked like a man with shoulders, a neck, and a face, and a hat.
Really?
He was kind of looking down like this,
Mhm.
and as they were panning across, they were doing it slowly,
Yeah.
and as they were panning past this thing, it kind of raised its head, and they panned away from it and came back, and it was gone.
Yeah.
Like, I know it's TV, it could have been faked,
Yeah.
it could have been, but I would like to have some faith in
Yeah.
them that, there would be some truth to it, and that, for me, was like, why isn't that, like, top news? Like, that's something that's humongous.
Huge. Catching something like that, unless it's fake.
Right, unless it's fake.
If it's fake, then
Or-
we have reason to not, exaggerate it or make it huge.
Mhm. Or, like, and I'm sure anybody who's listening to this right now who knows anything about ghost hunters or
Ghost
the
Adventures.
paranormal
Yeah.
or ghost adventures, but ghost hunters did an investigation at East State Penitentiary. That's
Yep.
what it was. And if anybody saw that episode, it was in like the first season. They had a camera up on one of the catwalks,
Mm-hmm.
and nobody was around it. And you just see this like hooded figure
Come at the
run
camera.
up to the camera, and then on a dime just takes off the other direction.
It didn't. It walked real slow, or it didn't walk. Sorry.
Well, it kind
flowed.
of crept and then sped up and then
Yeah, and
gone.
it took off.
Yeah.
And they were like, well, it could be dust. No.
No.
There's there's things called orbs.
Mhm.
And orbs are supposed to be entities or, ghosts, however you want to see it.
Yeah.
And-
Is this still open?
No, I
No.
shot solids.
Solids?
Yeah.
Alright. 10 in the corner.
And basically, if you see an orb, it's pretty obvious, but it can be mistaken for dust as well. Dust can be mistaken as orbs, because orbs are little floating circles, but they're very defined as they're a circle. It is a absolute orb. It's not, it doesn't have edges to it. You know, there's no squared parts or anything. It's just a straight orb.
Right.
And people like to mistake that stuff a lot. Just kind of, you know, when you see an orb, it's spectacular too. To see it.
No shit! Really?